Are you looking to transition into a product management role? Alright, so let's begin by understanding on what all aspects you'd be evaluated on in any product management interview. So first and foremost, you are expected to demonstrate your product mindset. By that, I'm referring to your inner drive or passion to solve problems for users, see things from their lens. So that's one. And the other thing is like, your inner thirst to solve problem, continuously experiment and do things in a different or in a unique way, decode product essentially. And that itself is a different topic on its own. Maybe I'll do another video on it. So essentially this is what product mindset is all about, and there are various ways to measure or evaluate a person on this aspects. So that's one. And the other area would be your soft skill, essentially how good you can get work done through other people, through influence, and how well you can negotiate, how well basically you can work in a cross-functional environment and get work done. So yeah, these are at a very high level 2 dimensions on which you'd be measured at in any product management. So now let's talk about how do you get into a product management role without prior experience. And I'll give you 5 tips, so pay close attention. Alright, so number 1, remember that you really don't need a product management job or an internship to have product experience. A product can be anything that adds value to someone else's life, right? There is a need for it. So it can even be, a book about, or a course on handwriting or cooking or anything that, you are good at that someone else might be interested in. So you can go ahead and maybe write a book or a course. So before that, like, you would have to essentially go through all the phases of research, figuring out whom you are writing this book for, who's going to benefit, what all exists in the market, how your book or course is going to be different from the ones that already exist in the market. Then, the actual writing, I would correlate that to the development process or building the product, and you would need to course correct as you go along, right? And you would need to test or validate some of the things that you're gonna add in the course or in the book, right? And then it's about launching. So when you launch a book, how do you go about and market it? What's your pitch? How do you essentially take it to the market? Your online marketing plan, your offline marketing plan, all of that. So in other words, you really don't need any job or any product management job or an internship to have the product management experience. It's just a mindset and the effort that you need to put into. And as you go along and do this process, you would learn so much. And so I highly encourage, like, those of you who really want to get into a product management role, build a product, so, and take that to market and note down your learnings, and that's going to be priceless. So once you do that, next step is, and let's say you are pretty much confident that yes, now you're ready to give product management interviews. Number one thing I would recommend that is read the job descriptions in details and extrapolate things when you have already experienced, right? So let's say you have done a course or you have written a book and that's your product, and all the experience associated while you build that product is the product management experience that you're going to be using. So read the job description in details and try to extrapolate the experiences that you have and how those are correlating, right? And go ahead and make those in bold so that when the person who's going to interview you can easily read through or glance through that yes, this person do have the necessary background or experience. So that's second, right? So first one was build a product for yourself. All you need is a mindset, time, and it's an investment that you're making on yourself. Second, when you apply for a job, read the job description in details, extrapolate the areas on which you do have experience. Third, if you're already working, it's better news for you. You should first try internally. So let's say you are working in a marketing team or customer support or QA, or you could be working in any department, but you really aspire to get into a product management role, right? So once you've done 1 and 2 that I just mentioned, look internally within the organization, talk to other product managers who already work in those products, and whenever there are opportunities, try to get into that role internally. It is a lot easier than applying outside. So that's third. Fourth tip is, of course, like you would and you should always be applying outside, and when you do that, you really need a very impactful resume. So I did do a video a couple of days back or weeks back on resume strategy for product managers. So I'll put that in the description below, so do check that out. It will give you a lot of unique ideas about how you can go and have a very impactful resume so that your resume stands out from rest of the crowd. So that's the fourth one. And constantly kind of revise your game plan, see what's working, what's not working. And it's not like, one time you do it and that's done. No, this is an ongoing process, right? So you have to be mindful of that. And the last advice I would have is constantly invest in yourself and develop that product mindset, which means like constantly be open to newer experiences, always use the latest and greatest products that are out there in the market. And whenever you are using a product, try to mentally think about the end-to-end product experience, and if you are the product manager of that product, what would you have done differently or uniquely that would have made the product experience for the end user a lot better and unique, right? So continuously do that and invest in yourself and invest in your learning, and it's all gonna kind of come to a full circle sooner or later. So yeah, these are my top 5 tips on how to go about and apply for a product management role when you do not have prior product management experience. I hope you found this information useful, and do let me know in the comment section below if you have any question. We'd be happy to answer them for you. Thank you, and I shall see you on my next video.